Hey everybody. How's it going, everyone? Let's see. Getting everything set still, but here we go. Look at it. Good to see everybody. Got Juan Soto. Let me fix the screen for me so I can see. Grant Crosby. How's it going, Grant? Juan. Ooh. Ooh, pinched nerve, man. I'm glad you're feeling better now. Ouch. Yeah, that's not fun at all. Let's see here. There we go. Maybe let's do that. So you guys kind of see. Oh, here we go. We got somebody else here.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, Matt?
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Finally, you're getting back to work on Modded.
Yep. I'm getting
Awesome.
back to work.
Cool. So you gonna finish the whole book during the stream?
Yeah. If the whole book was one page, I'd probably still not finish it.
So
Hey, Christina Lynn's here too.
oh,
Mighty
cool.
Geek Studios.
Awesome. Christina Lynn. Is she gonna edit the book?
No, it's funny. She does edit, doesn't she? She's an
Yeah.
editor for manga.
Yeah. So if anyone needs an editor, contact Christina Lynn.
Right.
She's awesome.
She's on Twitter too. I think she is.
Oh yeah, she is. She is.
Let's see here. My brother might be jumping in later today
Oh,
too.
Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey. He'll be jumping in.
So does he love She-Hulk too?
Yeah, he likes it. He's like I think his whole thing is like with her the way she is. He said because it makes sense. Like I'll let him explain what he thinks.
Yeah.
He's got his 2 cents. I'm not like diehard about it. I just think it's just fun for me. But I understand the complaints.
Well, you got that tattoo over on your shoulder, so
Yeah.
it makes you a pretty big fan.
Yeah, that She-Hulk John Byrne tattoo. Yeah, it's funny because let's see, wait, see the lines. Yeah, it's funny because I saw it and I understand, like I said, where people are coming from on it. I think we've been so inundated with so much of that nonsense is that where people just kind of got sick of it, even a little bit of it, you know. And to me, it seems like it's a light version, I guess, of the stuff we've been seeing. But to me, it's just I like the character. I think it's just I find it as funny, you know. I know that probably people don't. They think it's like, you know, like she's right, you know, all the complaints she's got, and I'm like, I still think it's just funny because, like, when she's complaining about how hard her life is, and the way he's looking at her, like, and he's like, all the crap he went through. We all watched him through all the years go all this garbage, and it's like, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I was just laughing when I watched that because I'm like, oh man.
How many episodes is it?
It's only 2 so far.
No. I mean the whole season. Do you know how many?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
It's so short. They're only like 30-minute episodes.
I know.
So I was surprised.
When I saw the last episode, it ended, and I was like, wait a second. I looked at the clock behind me. And it was like that was 20 minutes, and then I spent the next 10 minutes on credits. I felt cheated at, and I was thinking, it's like, well, nothing really happened, so why did I watch this?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like nothing happens, but it's what's funny to me is like, I don't know. I think of it as like more of like a sitcom with like a superpowered lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they need to make it funnier then, because
I think to me it was just to me it was funny. It's like I guess it probably is going to have some action in it.
I hope.
I mean, I think Daredevil makes an appearance. I think in the show too.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Did you ever watch Moon Knight?
No.
Okay, if you watch, it's only 6 episodes. It's pretty short, but when you watch it, the most frustrating thing about it is that Moon Knight, if he shows up at all, in some episodes he doesn't. He only shows up for like 2 to 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
So you're watching this whole I think they were like hour-long episodes. They were long, and you're sitting there waiting for something to happen, and then finally, for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, Moon Knight will like show up, and then he'll disappear again. And it's like, why did I just waste an hour where there's only like 2 to 5 minutes of action in it? And it's only 6 episodes, so by the last episode, almost nothing had been resolved or none of the questions have been answered. So they tried to shoehorn it all into like the final hour-long episode, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was pretty disappointing at the end.
Oh, that stinks. Yeah, it's funny. I'm not familiar with Moon Knight, so that's probably why I didn't really watch it, because I was like, I don't really know anything about the character.
Yeah.
And I never read the book.
Okay.
So,
I read
I wasn't sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said I wasn't sure about.
Yeah. I mean, I read it back in the early '80s when Bill Sienkiewicz was drawing it. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think isn't it Doug Monkey? Is that how you? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Monch. But when they were working on the book, and it was cool, but the character never really drew me in. He was an iconic looking character. That's what was cool about him. He had that sort of moon crescent shaped cape, and he had these sort of moon based powers. So he looked cool, and he was sort of like the Marvel version of Batman, in the sense that he was a rich guy. He had all these sort of moon flavored outfits, and like he had like a moon copter. He had all this stuff that was centered around the moon. So he's
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was interesting in that way. He had like little moon batarangs that he would throw at people. So it was,
cool.
He looked cool, but they sort of made him more interesting as the years went on. He stopped being a Batman clone, and they sort of attributed his different identities as being sort of split personality, mental issue. So so he became more interesting as probably in the last 20 years or so.
Okay, yeah, because I wasn't sure. I thought he was like, he looked like they made him more of a supernatural character in this one, right?
Yeah, he was supernatural, kind of from the beginning, when they created him in the 70s, but they really sort of pushed it more in the last, I'd say 20 to 30 years.
Yeah. So they're kind of sticking with the more of the newer, incarnation character. But I was to say, Christina, we were talking about She-Hulk at the beginning. She was wondering what show we're talking about. She-Hulk, yeah. But yeah, now we're talking about Moon Knight.
Oh.
Yeah, but she was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because we were already coming from another thread we were talking about earlier, so we just jumped right into it.
Yeah, man was saying all these things that were completely wrong. And so
yeah, the usual comic nerd talk.
That's part about being a comic nerd. You spend hours arguing about who's cooler, Batman or Superman.
Yeah, I know. And then everyone else was like, what are you talking about?
Shut up! You don't understand!
Yeah, it's like, it was serious a minute ago. Now we just realized, we're like, okay. Someone else came and put it in perspective.
It's all serious, Matt. Everything dealing with comic book and superheroes is serious.
Yeah. I think and to some degree, there's a seriousness, meaning like, because if it impacts our culture, like,
oh yeah, definitely.
Like especially you can see in the young people,
mm-hmm.
They think it does, no matter what people say, it's just TV, it's just that. I go, yeah, it is, but there's people who are susceptible to its messaging more so, especially the younger people, because to them, they don't know, they just think it's all new, and other people like, we've seen this type of thing already, and and the messaging and everything, we're like, yeah, we know what they're trying to do.
Right. And if it wasn't important, they wouldn't put it in there in the first place.
Yeah, they wouldn't be spending all this money.
Yeah.
Right.
Millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars on these shows and films to have characters act and speak a certain way.
Yeah. And there's definitely, it does have an impact. And think about it. I mean, movies, comics, stories, they actually influence people, kids, to become like what they want to become, like a professional race car driver or boxer or nurse or doctor or whatever, lawyer.
Right.
So I mean, it does have an impact on you. I mean, yeah. Or watching a martial art film makes you want to start, learning martial arts.
Yeah. I was just on the website the other day, and it was showing all these Steven Seagal movies that had come out in like the last, I guess, like 5 to 10 years. I haven't heard of any of them.
Oh yeah, he mostly does. It's like smaller budget, like
they're all
like foreign films.
I can't even call them straight to video, straight to DVD, because they're so. I mean, I think they're pretty much straight to Steven Seagal's, vault somewhere, because I don't think anyone's ever seen them.
What's funny is like stuff like his stuff, and he's probably not as big, but he might be as big. But remember Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Oh yeah,
he's not doing like the main big like Hollywood films anymore, like the big productions.
Right, yeah.
But he's still like making more money than Hollywood actors are making.
Oh yeah.
Because he's making tons of stuff. Like he has some Netflix stuff going.
Yeah.
But he's not just an American actor star. Like big in America. He's big all over the world. He's like,
yeah.
I think his stardom. So I think it might be a little bit similar with Steven Seagal. Is that
it might be.
He's got more of like a world, because a lot of his films are like, I think big in Russia and like in Middle East, and I know Van Damme's huge like in the Middle East too. Like people love his stuff over there. But yeah, I mean, obviously he's got fans in the U.S. too, like me.
Yeah. But but Steven Seagal, I mean, I saw a movie with that he was in with Mike Tyson, I think.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And it was so bad. I mean, the scene with him and Mike Tyson where they're fighting, because it's pretty obvious that Mike Tyson wasn't fighting Steven Seagal, but he was fighting a stand-in.
Well, it was cut so fast that you really couldn't see.
Exactly. Yeah. But it was like watching one of those old Star Treks with William Shatner, where he's in a fight, and if you like watch it, you can tell it's like, wait, that's not William Shatner. when he gets punched and he like flies back, it's like, that's not William Shatner.
What was that on?
Huh?
Which movie or show was that again?
Oh, I can't. Hold on one second. I'll have to look it up. I saw it a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't. It's just hard for me to watch Steven Seagal in action movies when he weighs like 350 pounds and.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't. Well, I guess I could say I know why.
Yeah,
it's like, but like Van Damme, man, he's like crazy shape.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen him now? He's like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I was like, man, he got back into shape where he's muscle tone and everything is.
Well, he's never been out of shape.
Yeah, but I mean, he got smaller for a while. Like he got back into like really when he started gaining muscle more is when he was in Expendables. Okay. Like for a while, he kind of like he started getting more like like he was always like ripped, but he got like leaner looking. Because he was like, I want to be more on just acting and not focus on just muscle action films, being a muscle guy,
Okay.
And then, but so he lost some size, But then when Stallone called him up and said, I want you to be in this, and Stallone said, get in the best shape you can get in. That's what he said to him. So like when we watched that movie Expendables, man.
Yeah.
Dude, man, like he took his like jacket off for the fight scene with Stallone, and everybody behind me was like, "Whoa!" Because it was like he got huge again. I was like, "Dang!" Yeah. And then,
Expendables was like a decade ago. That's been quite a while ago.
Well, it was Expendables 2. When did that come out?
I think it came out like a decade ago.
Really, 2012?
Expendables.
He might have.
Yeah, Expendables 2 was 2012.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like from then on, he's been pretty, consistent, staying in shape. I'm like, man, I can't believe it's been 10 years.
Expendables 4 came out.
What?
Expendables 4 came out. I had no idea. It came out this year.
No, there isn't.
Yes, I'm not lying. I'm looking at it right now on Wikipedia.
What? No, because I've never seen. I would have seen it if it came out.
That's what I thought too. I thought I would have seen it too.
No, because I remember the people were talking about it.
Go to hold on. Let me share this thing.
Here, wait a sec.
I guess. Yep.
How do I do this?
Give me a second. I gotta find it first.
Okay.
Hey,
that Jeff Potts. He says, "Is that Jiminy Cricket I hear being Cawson's conscience?"
Yeah, I'm trying to teach Cawson the error of his ways regarding She-Hulk. He won't listen though. He won't listen to his conscience.
No, I was gonna say with William Shatner, Christina, she was saying also about the Star Trek fight scenes.
Yeah,
he was actually doing his stunts like surprisingly. Like I was watching because Shatner stayed in shape all the way like for a pretty good amount of time because he was in shape. He was doing stunts on Hooker, T.J. Hooker.
Oh, T.J. Hooker, yeah.
I was watching the scene where he is like running alongside a van and jumps on. He's hanging on to this van, the side of the van while it's speeding down the road. And I was like, it's really him though. You can see his face, Yeah. And I was just like, whoa. And then he was doing things where he would, he was doing things where he would run and he was sliding across the ground. Yeah, deep fake. He goes, this is gonna look great, 30 years from now, 40 years from now.
Filming in 4K.
Yeah. No, it's Shatner. I was surprised he stayed in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. He even talked about like some of the fight scenes in Star Trek he did, where he did the jump kick into the chest. Like,
yeah.
He said some guy wanted to fight him in a bar, and he was tempted to jump up and do that 2-legged kick into the guy's chest, And then he said, but all I can visualize is myself bouncing off, hitting the ground, and then he started beating me, pummeling me.
Exactly.
And that cracked me up because I'm like, he's like, for a second I was like, envision myself doing it, and then I'm like, nope.
Oh man. But if you can share what I just put on the.
Okay, see how do? Oh, I see. Like this.
There you go. Expendables 4.
Yeah, but it hasn't come out because I followed Stallone. He's never posted any screenshots or anything,
Let's see. Release date 2022. I mean, I haven't even seen any trailers for it.
No, yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it because Stallone's what, 77 now?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got to be. I think he's born at 45.
Yes.
I seen that movie, The Samaritan, with him in it though, just the other day. Actually, yesterday.
I haven't watched it yet. Don't ruin it.
It's good.
Okay, cool.
It's crazy seeing Stallone being older.
Commercial.
And it just feels like they put prosthetic makeup on him to make him look older. That's what it makes me in my mind. I see it. I'm like, because I grew up as a kid watching them. I'm like, what were you gonna say though?
I was gonna say, it says it's scheduled to be released in 2022.
But it hasn't been released yet. But I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It said that the first teaser trailer was released to attendees at CinemaCon in April.
Oh.
So I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. You can't blame the virus.
I don't know. I mean,
it's all filmed. It's done. So.
It's so crazy though, because I look at the first Expendables and he does look like a lot younger, and I'm like, in my mind, I remember watching that saying, "Man, Stallone was older in this movie." And now I look back, and I'm like, "Man, he looked younger in that movie."
Yeah,
like way younger. I'm like, "Dang."
So who's in this? Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Dolph Lundgren, Randy Couture. 50 Cent's in it. Megan Fox, Andy Garcia, Tony Jaa. Cool.
Someone put up a photo of Hulk Hogan and Kurt Russell in it, and that would be Expendables 4.
Really?
Wouldn't that be sweet if it was? Probably not, but
I mean, it'd be cool if Kurt Russell were in it.
Kurt Russell would be awesome.
Yeah. I want to see. Well, do you know who Scott Adkins is?
Yeah, he's that action. He was in the Expendables too.
He was? Okay.
Yeah, he played that guy.
He got killed.
Yeah.
He's the one who got kicked into the propeller by Jason Statham, I think.
Yeah, he was Jason, he was Van Damme's sidekick, evil sidekick.
Right, okay, gotcha. So he's dead. He can't come back. Okay. But no, I love him in movies. So I wish he would be I wish he would make more mainstream films. They never hire him for them now. Even though he does tons of martial arts films on his own.
Yeah, he does more like, I guess it would have been back in the 80s, 90s considered B movies, right? B-list. But those are actually really nicely done. A lot of them nowadays, you know.
All his movies are really good.
Yeah.
It's just that he doesn't, for some reason, he gets hired as sort of like what do I call them? They're like lackeys. He gets hired as like background bad guys for movies in like Doctor Strange and other films like that. He'll be in major movies, but he'll be like smaller characters instead of main bad guys or something.
Yeah. Because he's I don't know. I think he's good. He was in was it Ip Man? That one martial art kung fu.
Yeah, I didn't like. That was a terrible movie. That Ip Man 4. That was the worst out of all of them.
I've never seen any of them, but I've seen always fight clips on YouTube all the time.
Watch Ip Man. The first one is excellent, and Ip Man 2 is also very good. The first two are great movies. So I definitely suggest you check them out.
Okay, I'll have to check them out. Probably on Amazon or something. Oh, Amy Lester and Melissa Lester are here. Said hello.
How you doing, Melissa? Hey, Amy.
Let's see here. Wait. Okay, so I'm gonna put in. Boom. Whoops.
Yeah, close this nonsense.
Sorry.
Nobody wants to see this.
If you want to show some drawings, let me know.
Oh, I'll show you what I just finished.
Okay, yeah.
If I can find it. Let's see.
So wait for Mike. Where is Mike? Where's Mikey?
Mikey.
Did he text me? I want to make sure you see if he texts me. Nope. Mikey, if you're watching, make a comment. Leave a comment. Oh, here we go. Boom! Whoa! What's that for? The comment.
That was just for fun. I don't know if you know who John Dillard is.
Oh yeah.
He's a comic artist. He does a lot of stuff with Comics Gate. But this is this character, the Butler.
Oh, okay, cool. Side. Whoa.
He's a Canadian supervillain, and so I decided to draw him fighting Wolverine in a bar somewhere.
Whoa, that's crazy, man. I see those claws now. Yeah. You know he survives, right?
Yeah, of course, he's fine.
He got the adamantium skull cap.
His face grew back.
Yeah. Even his eye grew back.
Right. No problem. He'll be fine in about an hour and a half.
Yeah. Hey, Roscoe P. Coltrane. Mike Tyson was in one of the Ip Man movies.
Yes, he was.
Cool. Yeah, I have to check those out. It's like it's funny because it was based off of Bruce Lee's teacher, right? His Sifu.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, let's see. That's good, man. That looks awesome, man. Is that traditional?
Yeah. I can't. Well, I can, but I don't like drawing on a computer.
Yeah, I thought I saw you draw digital before.
I have, but it's just I don't have a tablet that can actually draw on the screen. I have a traditional Wacom tablet where I'm looking at a screen that's a different surface than the surface I'm drawing on. So there's always that hand-eye coordination disconnect. And I find it very hard to draw that way. So yeah, it's just pen and ink on Bristol board.
Man, I drew in pencil and ink the other day for the first time in a while, and man, it felt good.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's the
whoa,
best.
yeah. It's been a while since I've been doing digital now for the past few months.
Oh, okay,
So,
cool.
but
And
yeah, now it felt good sketching.
yeah, and drawing on paper forces me to be more careful, because if I screw up, I have to white it out, or if I'm inking. So whereas if I'm working on a computer, I can just hit undo and everything's fine. So
Yeah.
I find it helps me improve my art by drawing traditionally.
Yeah, no, yeah. When we did drawn and quartered, I did traditional the whole time because I was like, well, yeah, most of it. I think not until the end I did like 1 or 2 pieces digital, but yeah, I was doing traditional. Man, it really helped me just focus on getting quicker, and like you said, I also stopped second guessing myself as much, which surprised me when I went quicker, because I used to take my time, like too much time. And for me, it ended up, what frustrated me, it would look just as good as when I went fast. And so that made me mad, because I'm like, I took more time to be careful and just really, focus on this thing. And then it ends up, when I do something faster, it looks the same quality. I'm like, that stinks. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to go as fast as I can, which is probably not fast, but as fast as I can.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So but cool, man. It looks good, man. That's sweet.
Oh, thanks.
I think you posted up on Twitter, didn't you?
Yeah, I posted it up maybe about an hour ago. So
okay, cool.
You can check it out there.
Yeah, check him out on. You can put the link up, and I think I have your link in the description, but you can put it on the chat if you want.
Okay.
If people are too lazy to click the description.
There you go. Subscribe to my art channel on YouTube. Let me get to 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
I think I'm about 120 away from 1,000.
Cool.
So one day.
On your YouTube?
Yeah, that's YouTube. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a ways to go. I don't even know how many subscribers I have. I don't even.
Yeah, 359.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't even checked it, because I'm like, I just so far away. I'm like, well, I don't know. For me, social media, I'm not like super great with social media, so I stopped kind of trying to get like a bunch of new followers. But I just figured I try to stay more like current with the people I do know or follow me already.
Yeah.
But if I get new ones, that's cool too. But I'm like, yeah, I just kind of gave up on it, because I'm like, there's no way for me to even fathom how to get that many followers. I see like I have friends who have kids who have more followers than me.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I don't even try anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what the special sauce or secret formula is to get a lot of subs. I mean, I've had my YouTube channel like active probably for the last 4 years, and I'm fairly consistent in terms of posting, but it's like pulling teeth. I mean, and then there are other channels that, with one video they'll have like 10,000 subs.
Yeah.
So
I think I get excited when I'm like, oh look, I got like 30 people liking a post.
Yeah,
and then I see the one, I scroll down, I see the one below me, and the guy put it up like an hour ago, and he's got like 16,000 likes. I'm like, well, okay, whatever.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I obviously don't know how this works. So
yeah, I was really excited last week when one of my videos actually got over 50 views.
Yeah. See.
Oh, cool.
That's how I am. I'm like, what? But yeah, I had like I did that one recently. I did one a Labyrinth movie. I did Sarah from Labyrinth, and I just did a headshot.
Yes, I saw that. That's cool.
Yeah, that one got the most views. I was surprised. Like on Twitter, I got, I think it's close to 70 or something. I'm like, what?
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, okay. So I always try to figure out, but if I try to like go, okay, now what should I do? I'm trying to think of a theme for my Instagram.
Right.
And I noticed a lot of guys that I do follow or like, they have like a kind of like a theme where their art it's not like random different things. It's just like a theme, like either
Yeah.
black and white art, headshots, or just color art, or So I realized I don't have time to put up color stuff because I'm doing stuff I can't show or share with people.
Mhm.
And so I just thought I'll just do a sketch every other day or something.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of rotating between color and black and white, and then color and black and white, so it'll be like a pattern on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And then I have a thing where I'm going to be doing 80s, because I'm like, I should do what I really like. So I'm going to be doing 80s like manga, anime, not just like anime, but like take 80s movies I like.
Yeah.
And do like anime manga version drawings of them, so sketches. So
cool.
That way I'll be motivated to keep going.
Yeah. Predator.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yes. Excellent. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Oh wait, I don't see if Mike's here. I don't even know if he's here. Nope, he didn't come yet.
Damn it, Mikey!
Come on, Mike.
Come on, Mike.
Mikey. Hey, Melissa, she said done and done. Cool. She subscribed to you, huh?
I hope so.
I thought she was already subscribed to you.
I know, me too. What the heck?
You're both happy and hurt.
Oh my gosh! I've lost 2 subs.
What? Don't you hate that? See, that's another thing I stopped looking to. Because every time I would gain like 5 subs, I'd be like, oh, I lost 2.
Yeah.
And I gave 1 and lose 2.
I was at 2. What was that? I was at 882 on Saturday, and then yesterday I looked. I was at 880. So I lost 2 then, and I just looked now, and I'm down to 878. It's like, oh, it's going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I hate that,
Yeah.
But like I said, I heard people say, one person was telling me that you can buy subscribers or whatever.
Yeah, that's not.
But I'm like, why would you do that? Right?
Why?
Just so it looks like you have a lot of people, like a lot of friends.
Well, the thing with subscribers is that it's how do I put this? It sort of feeds on itself. If you have a lot of subs, then that encourages more people to sub to you because they think that you're worth subbing to.
Oh, that's weird.
That makes sense.
But that's totally goes against my thinking. My mind doesn't even think that way,
Yeah, but human nature is that you're drawn to things that you think are popular. I think
that's why I don't relate to a lot of human people in the culture, I guess.
Yeah.
Because my mind doesn't even begin to think that way. I'm like,
well, yeah, but that's why you like She-Hulk. See?
Yeah, I hope that show. I wonder if it's gonna last. I don't even know because
when are you going to last? It's gonna be the whole season.
Yeah, but I mean, if it'll be more than 1 season.
Oh, if it'll be more than 1 season, I have no idea. Like Moon Knight, it's only going to be 1 season. They're not. It's not coming back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it didn't do well enough. It was.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Too dark for people.
I'm sorry.
Was it too dark?
No, it wasn't that. It didn't make any sense.
Oh, okay.
That like I said before, so it was 6 episodes, and it was confusing, and they didn't resolve everything to the audience's satisfaction. It was just a weird show, and where Moon Knight only showed up for maybe 5 minutes each episode. In some episodes he wasn't in it at all. So
well, that's weird.
Yeah, it was odd.
It's like having Batman without Batman in it.
Yeah, basically it would be like having a Batman show where Bruce Wayne sort of walked around, did his Bruce Wayne business, and then at the end he turns into Batman, and then the show ends.
Yeah, I don't get that.
So, but I mean, some of the shows are only meant to be 1 season, like WandaVision. That was only supposed to be 1 season, and then they sort of spun off her, the story in other movies. So,
yeah,
it just depends.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense too, because the way they put her in film.
Mm-hmm, right. But yeah, if you haven't seen WandaVision, you should watch it. It even though it's sort of slow in the first 2 episodes, which you said you saw, it builds up. It's building up to something, and it gets really interesting in the later episodes.
Yeah, it was like painful to watch. When I watched those, I was like waiting. I'm like, nothing's happening, nothing, and they don't tell you what's going on, and it's like,
right, yeah,
they should have done that in one episode, and the next episode should have went right into the story. But they kept going with the themes, and I'm like, that's what lost me. I'm like, I like the themes, but like after a while, I'm like, I don't want to watch this sitcom. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah. You have to. The thing is that each episode, I mean, probably starting from the 3rd episode, they start dropping hints as to something weird going on, and then by the 5th episode, you know what's going on, and so you want to see how it resolves itself.
Yeah.
So.
Mikey's still here.
Bring Becky on.
Look at she's busy working though.
Okay.
Hey, but look at Juan Soto. He goes, Matt, that doesn't look anything like Bruce Lee. Yeah, it looks Bruce Lee's like a size 9, right? I don't know. This guy's a size 13, or he's probably a size 15. He's a giant.
Oh, the alien?
Yeah, see, look, he's got a big shoe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I used that for he's supposed to be playing a guy at ping pong, looks like kind of like a Bruce Lee. Mm-hmm. So I kind of wanted to get the hairstyle going.
Yeah.
And yeah. And no, I made a new pen. I made a I call it an anime pen.
Uh-huh.
And I keep seeing these artists doing sketches, and it's just like the lines they use are just this really thin, consistently thin line with no line variance. I liked it, and I'm like, I want to be able to do that, so I made one, and I probably need to improve on it still, but for right now, I'm like, it works for me. Like, I sketched all this page with this line, and it just, I was done sketching all these people out just like in minutes.
Cool.
And I'm like, I needed this.
Yeah.
Because I was like taking way too much time. Like let's see, I'll work on this guy. Let's see. Yeah, see, I only used it for sketching because it's not good for finished line work.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when I would draw with it, yeah, I mean, it's just simple, no line variance. I'm not being like, not being precious with any of it because it's just such a simple line.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind wouldn't be focused on trying to look pretty, right?
Right.
So I'd just be doing like these kind of really fast, sketchy lines, which made me draw faster. And I'm like, man, I should have made this a long time ago.
Have you? So, do you read One Punch Man?
Yeah, I was buying it. I haven't, because I bought a bunch of books of them, but I stopped at a certain point.
Well, you can read it online. But yeah, it's they finished the main storyline. I think in the last month or so, and it's so good. I'm talking about the art wise. It's I mean, if you have a chance, go online and just look at some of the stuff that I can't remember the artist's name, but it's a Murata. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But the work he's doing, it's like phenomenal on that book. It like blows my mind when I look at it. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. You should watch him on YouTube. You can watch him draw all the pages.
Yeah, I do. I subscribe to what was it called? Bald Man or something on YouTube. But it's
it's so cool.
Great artist. I just wish that his videos had sound. They're all silent. There's no sound on them.
Well, if you go, there's different people who post his videos up.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
So there's some where you can hear him like he's like drawing One Punch Man a page, and he's like singing the theme song of the where he's humming it. He's like yeah. And he's like, and there's playing it in the background, and then you can watch him like eat. He's like, he brings out food. He's eating his food lunch.
Oh, so it's like Mike S. Miller.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it's an Asian thing, huh?
It is, must be. Eating while you draw. Well, they don't have time to like take away from their drawing table, so they have to eat, sleep, everything else.
Yeah, man.
While they're drawing.
He's just like, these guys work so crazy.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, he's, with the way he cranks out his pages, how fast he works, that actually helped me. Like when I felt like I was like almost like in an artist block where I was like, didn't feel like drawing.
Oh, yeah.
I'd watch his videos
Mm-hmm.
and just, it made me want to draw. I started whipping out my drawing board and started drawing comic pages while he was drawing, and I hear the pencil scratching and everything, and I look up once in a while and see him. He'd do a pencil panel like with a great face, erase it, the whole thing, and then start again and do a great face and then erase the whole thing again. And I'm like, and then he'd draw in seconds, like, and I'm like, what in the world is he doing? Finally, he finished penciling it rough, and then he just tossed the page aside to a pile, grabbed another blank page, and he didn't even finish all the panels. He just went from panel to panel, and then as soon as he finished a page, though, he'd pull out a scrap sheet of paper with the numbers and cross out the pages he finished already.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, so I started doing that too. I started making a little chart for myself, and I gotta get back to it because I kind of slacked on that. But here we go. This is one of the pages. So you can see the Bruce Lee guy.
Yeah, looks cool.
He's missing a serve. But I'm trying to keep consistent with this guy, this little ambassador guy. See if Mike's no, Mike's still not here.
Looks good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Have you heard about Clip Studio Pro?
Oh yeah, they're going for monthly payments now. You got to make a monthly. That's why I'm going to buy the upgraded version and just never upgrade ever again.
Yeah, me too. I've never used it before, but when I heard about it, them sort of copying Adobe's little scam,
Yeah.
where they rip people off with a monthly rental fee. I decided that I'm gonna knuckle down and just buy Clip Studio.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, you know.
Yeah, and I think the only reason they're doing it is because they see that people have bought into it with Adobe and Photoshop and Illustrator and InDesign. So they figured, well, Adobe can get away with ripping people off every month. Why can't we?
Yeah, that's what I think too, man. I thought the same thing. I'm like, they're like, yeah, people that this generation is already used to it, so why not? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not used to it.
Exactly.
We should all fight against this, man. But people are like,
yeah,
they're on board with it though.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's the same thing as like, someone charging me a monthly fee to use my pencil.
Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
It's like when I buy a drawing instrument, whether it's my scanner, whether it's my pens and paper or pencils, once I buy it, it's mine. I'm not paying anyone a monthly rental fee to keep using it. So
yeah, exactly.
That's in the first place. Before I got my computer, I used to go to Kinko's and use their computer and pay like I don't know, $20 an hour to use the computer. I got sick of it. How much money I wasted just doing that. So
yeah,
buying something and owning it yourself should mean that you don't have to pay anyone for it once you pay the purchase price.
Yeah, that's my sentiments exactly. So yeah, I just know that. Yeah, I did that with Photoshop, but that's why I switched from Photoshop. I used to draw in Photoshop all the time and do digital stuff in Photoshop, color all my comics in Photoshop. Yeah. And then when they did that, I'm like, well, I'm out. So I left Photoshop and I found Clip Studio.
Yeah.
And my brother had it, the old one, where it was called Manga Studio.
Right. Yeah.
And then they upgraded it, so he's like, he started coloring my comics with using that, and then I saw him using it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start switching over to that one.
Yeah.
And I started doing it, and man, now I never used it for comic pages until now, and then I'm like, this is loaded. It's got tons of comic book stuff that makes things quicker.
Yeah.
Like the panels. When I do the panel divisions, what I like about it is it has a tool where you can make these whole panel layouts. And then look, if I take my pen and I go, look, it doesn't go outside of the panels.
Oh, cool.
I can scribble all over the place.
Wow.
and so it doesn't go outside. So it's like it makes it way easier. Yeah, isn't that awesome?
No fair.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that awesome? I'm like, man, that's how it should be.
Yeah, but yeah, since watching you using Clip Studio, I finally realized how all these artists can do all these cool things that I was trying to recreate by hand. I was like, how do they do that? How do they get those lines so perfect? It's like they were using Clip Studio Pro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I saw like there's another artist I follow, a manga artist, and I don't even know his name. It's all in Japanese, but
Yeah.
I subscribe to him and I still watch his videos. Like I was watching one today. He does everything in Clip Studio.
Oh, wow.
And he was doing techniques that I didn't know you could do while doing comic pages. And I didn't find a video on it. I just watched him do something,
Right.
and then I figured out how to do it. Like for instance, this blue line. See how I can change the line from dark to blue instantly? Blue line. It just all there is just one button. It's a layer color. You just hit it and it turns everything blue. Okay. Or you can change it if you want. You can change it to a different color. Like so, they changed to red, pink, you know, and then you can lighten up, you know, opacity, so you can work over top of it. Especially, it works changing colors, especially if you're like doing multiple effects that you don't want to lose like track of what layer has the effects, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like you're like, oh wait, which layer is this? Then you go, oh wait, it's just that color. And then you can colorize the layer you're on. So if you want, I can go into here, I can change the color so it matches the color of the line art more. And then that way I can spot it without even reading the layers. Just there's the color. I know that's the line art right there. Okay. So a little tab next to it. See, it's just like, yeah, just down there. Cool. Yeah, no, it's like, man, I go, you know what? There's so many tools. I know there's a lot more probably I'm missing still. Oh yeah. You know. So, but it's like, but watching that guy work, I just realized, whoa, you could do that. And so then I just started looking and I found it. Let's see. I'm trying to get some expressions for this guy. That's funny, but I'm not getting it. He looks a little too grotesque looking for me now.
He's nailing with a beak for a mouth.
Yeah. I know. I don't know, man. Something's up. Hey, Andy Hayes. He says we just need an open source app that we can use for art.
Melissa Lester says Clip Studio erased every line of an animation I was working on live on Drawn and Quartered Ultimate Fan Edition. I stuck to flip clips ever since.
Erased every line of an animation? What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've never done animation in Clip Studio yet. You know?
I heard it's good for animation, but Melissa says that they're evil. So I listen to Melissa. I trust Melissa Lester.
Well, Ryan Cardinal said Krita is dope as well.
Yeah, I heard good things about Krita as well. I've never used it though.
I've never used it. Hey, Gary. Gary says hello all. Cool. Good to see you, Gary. Got Jiminy Cricket working here. Do you have anything else to show, Jiminy?
Anything to show? I got.
Well, I mean, you know, some of your art. Or...
Oh, sure. I don't know. Give me a second. What I have on Instagram?
There we go. It's a little bit funnier looking, I think. This guy is annoying. This is like an alien ambassador in the modded comic.
Yeah.
And he's annoyed.
Why?
By this Chinese announcer is like telling him the rules of the game. Because he thinks he's celebrating because he thinks right here that his guy won because he got 21 points, and he's like, no, it's like they have to be ahead by 2. And so he's like, you know, he's like, and he's already bored by this game of just hitting the ball back and forth. So he's like, great. He's looking at the little book here. Every line, every frame gone. Whoa, Amy, that's painful. I've had it where I did a comic book. I did coloring for a comic book that's like a well-known comic, and it was my first job, right? My first big comic job.
Yeah.
And when they sent me the file, or I downloaded the file, for some reason it was corrupted, and it corrupted the file. Like when I tried, I had to like basically redraw parts of the panels.
Yeah.
Digitally, because it was just totally jagged. All the lines were all jagged, and I tried to re-download it. And every time it would just corrupt, and I'm like, I think my computer corrupted it.
Oh.
And I was like, no. And I didn't want to say anything to them because I didn't want to lose out on anything. I didn't want it to be my fault.
Right.
Still kind of new. Mm-hmm. So like I just redrew all the panels digitally, the parts of it, and I was like, oh man. And it took me a while because it was the first time I ever worked digitally too. So I was like learning while I was doing it. I was like, oh, painful. Gosh. Yeah, but it worked out. I mean, I finally, did it. So it was finished. Wow. And then they offered me to work on, try out for another book that they were going to publish. Mm-hmm. But I tried out, but some other guy got it. He's a bigger name anyway, so.
Yeah. It was Mike Miller, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ever since, I've been dogging him in the shadows. He doesn't even know it.
And Gary Shipman got the job.
Yeah, Gary got it. And I've been out secretly after him too. I'm hatching a long-term plan for my revenge.
It's like the Terminal List.
Yeah, the Terminal List. I've never seen that. Have you seen it?
I saw the first episode and it kind of bored me, so I stopped watching it.
I was bored?
Yeah, I don't know how to put it. I like those types of shows generally. I don't know if you saw Reacher.
I only saw part of it. I kind of lost interest because my brother was telling me about it.
Okay, I liked it. I thought it was really good. But I'm looking forward to seeing Samaritan as well. But I started watching the Terminal List, and I'm watching it, the first episode, and it's pretty clear what's going on. But the Chris Pratt's character, the main character, I'm watching it, I'm just thinking the whole time, it's like, this guy's an idiot, because he keeps on doing things that for me just make his situation worse. He says things to certain people that when he does it, I'm thinking, it's like, why would you say that? That just makes people not believe you, when you're trying to warn them about something. Or he gets attacked, and then he rushes home, and I'm watching him do things. I'm thinking, it's like, why are you leaving the scene of a crime when that only makes you look guilty? It doesn't. It's just, and this is just the first episode. So by the end, I was just like, I don't know if I can watch 9 or 10 episodes of this guy doing stupid things without pulling my hair out. So I'm just gonna stop watching it.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and I've seen clips since then, and every clip I've seen just keeps reminding me why I stopped watching it. Because again, he's doing things in public, in broad daylight, and I'm just like, why are you mowing down people in broad daylight where everyone can see you and film you?
Where all the witnesses are.
Yeah, right? It doesn't make any sense. It's just I get frustrated when I see dumb things in TV shows that, and I'm not a soldier, but I would just think that would be common sense to anyone. It's like,
no, I'm the same way. I think when it comes to writing, I think I always reason it. The reason they write that way is because they need a certain thing to happen in a dynamic in the story, and the only way to do that, they think, is he's got to make a mistake, which will lead to this and this or whatever, such and such a thing, and it's like, there's a way you could write that without having him doing something totally stupid, though.
Yeah.
It could be something of no fault of his own,
right?
But they make it,
Yeah, or at least, yeah. No, I agree. I think my complaint is that I wish the writing were better, so that the protagonist doesn't come across as being an idiot.
Yeah. There's a way they could do it. They just, for some reason, they take the weak way out of, and I'm talking in general when I see different things. I'm like, what are they doing? I know why they're doing it, but it's just like such a poor reasoning for it.
Yeah. Andrew Hayes says, Matt Constant, did I read your Facebook right? Did you say you liked She-Hulk episode 2?
Of course.
Andrew Hayes is shocked like the rest of us.
I'm shocked that people didn't like it.
Oh,
I was like, man, this show is so funny, and it's like, it's so good. It's like, it's just like so like it just reminds me of like the She-Hulk type comic where it was just like breaking the fourth wall and just like,
yeah,
it's just a weird kind of quirky kind of feel to it.
I think
it's not like the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I think what John Byrne did with the fourth wall breaking that this show is not doing is that his She-Hulk acknowledged that she was in a comic book. She knew that she was a comic book character created by someone else, and she acknowledged that in the comic book. In this TV show, She-Hulk doesn't know that she's a character on a TV show, and she doesn't acknowledge it. She's just sort of talking to the audience in asides, but it's sort of it's not acknowledging that the whole show is a sort of a comic book TV show, and so it doesn't come across as her being, in on a joke.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think like I said, it's only 2 episodes in, and they're only a half hour long, so I'm just curious. I want to see, like I said, it's still early for me, so far I like it, but who knows, how they go. Depends on the direction they go with it. But like you were saying, like earlier on the Facebook, you were saying about how she's like really whiny. I go, that's true. That's what I figured. I see as kind of funny. But if she's like that consistently, then it will get irritating. If she develops where she becomes more like, like the more confident in the character, because right now she's kind of like what's that one comedian, that one Jewish guy where he's always complaining? Lewis.
Which one?
He's the one that's the friend of on Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's a friend, Richard Lewis. He's a friend with
Lewis. Okay.
Everybody's like, oh no, I'm gonna lose some sleep, and now I'm gonna have to get therapy. And he's like, just complaining about everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that would be annoying in real life, but with him, it's just funny,
Oh yeah.
So I think to me, someone like her would maybe be annoying in real life, but to me, I'm watching the show, I just find it funny. I'm like, oh man, she's complaining about. And then I like that her. Did you see the second episode?
Yeah.
Her dad is cousin Larry from Perfect Strangers.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I knew I recognized him from something, but I didn't realize what it was.
Well, he looks so much older. He's got the mustache.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing that voice. I haven't heard the voice. Like, what's Cousin Larry? Because I looked away from the TV and then I heard him talking. I'm like,
Perfect Strangers, and oh my gosh, probably out.
Perfect Strangers, yeah, man. Cousin Larry, that'd be cool if Belky Bartakin was the actor made an appearance. That'd be awesome.
What happened to Belky?
I seen him on I can't remember his Instagram or Twitter, and he's still doing stuff, but he looks different too, man. He for a while there, I remember he was getting all buff, remember, and he was like,
really?
Yeah, that was back in the early 2000s, I think, or late 90s.
Wow. Sheesh.
But then I don't know, he was a comedian, obviously. He was in was he in Beverly Hills Cop, right?
Oh gosh, I don't remember.
I think he was in Beverly Hills Cop. He was like a store.
Yes. No, I do remember. Yes.
Yeah.
He was. Yes.
Yeah, he was all effeminate and everything, and he's like talking about fashion and everything. That was great. And then who did a character like that too was Jeremy Piven. He did a character like that, but I can't remember. Was it for Rush Hour or what was it for?
Oof.
He was just like, I could just eat you up, just bite you and eat you up right here. And he's like, kind of playing the same type of funny
Right.
store owner or something. It was, I can't remember what it was though. Juan Soto said he was never a She-Hulk fan.
Oh, really? Oh, I like She-Hulk.
Well, like I liked it. I think I only liked it when I started off reading John Byrne's She-Hulk run, so that's probably why. I don't know anything about it besides her. I don't even know how she started originally.
Okay.
Like my brother was telling me how it was a blood transfusion and everything.
Right. Yeah. I started reading when it first came out back in '78, I think. The first Savage She-Hulk.
Yeah. I heard. Well, this is what I heard. I heard that when they were doing, they started doing the TV show or something, or they were going to have an option for a show or something like that, but they were like scared that they were going to, the network was going to drop paying the rights to the Hulk and do their version of a Hulk, but have it a woman. So they made a woman character. I think that might have been with Spider-Man. I heard it was either Spider-Man show, but Spider-Man, they were afraid they were going to drop the licensing to make their own character. So they made to cover their bases, they made female versions of like a Hulk and Spider-Man. So that they had dibs on those characters before any network would or whatever.
Okay.
But She-Hulk, no, man, She-Hulk, John Byrne.
Yeah.
That book, man, is so good. The art.
Yeah.
I love his, and the story was funny.
Yeah. I dropped it after issue 50 because John Byrne stopped writing it.
Oh, see, I didn't even know how long he was writing that, but I actually got a She-Hulk book autographed by John Byrne.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I met him at a convention, and I was like, it's funny. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
John Byrne, man.
Yeah, he doesn't do many conventions, so yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. No, what's funny is Mike Miller was showing me. He was drawing X-Men comic pages, writing his own X-Men comic that's not being published. It's just put it on his own website.
Yeah, it's awesome. You should read it.
I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Have you seen it?
No, I've seen pages of it.
Okay, it's online. You can go to John Byrne's website, but also there's a website that has the entire storyline. It's long. It's like he has like how many issues? I have them all. I think it's like 40 issues.
Okay.
Of this sort of John Byrne made non-canon X-Men book.
Cool.
It's cool. It's only penciled. It's penciled in letters, not inked.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Because someone said they wanted to ink it. It'd be cool to see, like.
It would be very cool.
Man, I think Mike said he wanted to ink a couple pages or something.
I think he should. I mean, I think it'd be cool if like a lot of artists like just decide on their own to just like ink this John, because the art is very tight. The pencils are very tight, so it'd be very easy to ink. But I think it'd be cool to see it in different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that would be awesome.
So if you're an inker, go out there and find John Byrne's what's it called? It's called Elsewhen. John Byrne's Elsewhen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Man, they should publish that. Marvel, if they were smart, man, they would.
If they were smart, but they're not. So
yeah.
I think John Byrne approached them about publishing it, and Marvel didn't want to. So I think I'm not exactly sure.
I wouldn't be surprised because they don't publish like what is it? Alex Toth. He's done a lot of DC stuff, and they don't publish any of his like DC old masterpiece stuff. You know, I mean, they don't.
Yeah.
You think they would? You know.
I don't think the current DC management has very much respect for classic artists.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're more focused on pushing their current garbage than they are sort of shining a light on sort of beloved work from 50 years ago.
Yeah. I think it's like they don't want to. They definitely don't want the comparison, right?
Right.
Quality.
Yeah.
I think we were talking on Mike's channel. He said someone asked him, like, if you get a chance to work on as a DC on a DC book, or I mean, as like an editor, would you take the job, or like an editor in chief?
Yeah.
And Mike was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool."
You have a chance to sort of direct the path of the most popular superheroes on the planet.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you? So
yeah.
especially if it takes it away from what they're currently doing with them. I think someone looked into it and they figured out that like 50 to 60 over 50% of the females in DC's roster are gay now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh.
what is?
It's like, well, you got to change everything.
Yeah, it's like how do you get to a point where you sort of retconned over half of the female characters you own into being, gay. It doesn't make any sense.
It kind of reminds me of was it The Walking Dead? I was I hung out of watching that show for a long time, and I just stopped watching it with the last 2 seasons or whatever. But I was like, almost like every other character they made was, lesbian or homosexual.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah. It became to that point where it was like almost every other character, and I'm like, wait a second. And this is take place in Georgia, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, and the homosexuals do make up this like a smaller percentage of the population, like a real small
like
percentage.
six or less.
But in the apocalyptic world, they make up like 50% of the population.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second, what? So that's why I thought this is becoming like really.
They must taste really bad.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. Like, what? Yeah, what's
zombies are completely avoiding all the LGBTQ community because it's like take one bite and they're like, ah.
Yeah, what the heck is going on with that? Oh man, speaking of zombies, what was it? I saw on Twitter they had a video of a zombie, like a fungus that makes bugs into zombies.
A fungus that turns bugs into zombies?
Oh man, I gotta show you. Here, let me see. Can I share? I'm gonna share something. I'm gonna open up the window here.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was just like, what is going on? Still waiting for Mike to show up. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna add in yours while I'm waiting. There's just more Jiminy art.
Yeah.
Illustration by design. Check it. That's on Instagram, right?
Yeah, on Instagram. Illustration _by_design. So
yeah, nice Naruto piece.
Yeah. Broccoli. It's Rick Piper's Canadian Shield character.
Cool.
It's Doc Savage and his crew.
Where are you? Where is this? I'm trying to find my bookmarks. Cool. Doc Savage. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Ah, what? She hear it every day.
Cool. That was awesome. I like that. Had the pig in there. That is awesome. Did you color that too?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see if I can find this video. Oh, I found the artist for Promise Neverland on Twitter, the Japanese artist. Started following him just today. Yeah, he does awesome like sketches and paintings he puts up. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me see. This is creepy. It's not gory, super gory, but here, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna see share screen. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Check it out. Can you see it?
Yes, I see that. Yes.
Wait, am I sharing it?
Yeah, you're sharing it. Yeah.
Okay, here it goes. Look at this. Look at, he's hollowed out. It's still
Oh,
crawling
nasty.
around. He's not alive, but incredibly,
Nasty.
he's not dead. Look at that. And this one right here, look at it. It says only a head, no body.
Right, yeah. Nasty.
But I guess he said it's some type of fungus. That's what someone wrote. But I was just like, oh my gosh, that is insane. And someone wrote, people are next zombies.
Well, I'm sure Dr. Fauci is hard at work on trying to
Yeah.
improve the viability of cross-species transmission.
Yeah, exactly. Look at it says a zombie insect controlled by a special fungus. But look at that, it's hollowed out. That is creepy, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Sorry to grossing you guys out.
Hey, man. Watch. Pretty soon you're gonna have whole armies of soldiers like that.
Yeah, zombie soldiers.
Yep. Shoot them, they don't fall down. They just keep on walking.
Oh man.
So how much more do you have to do with modded?
How many more pages?
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what?
Or percentage-wise, how much more?
I have one battle scene left, the final climactic battle left. So
okay.
I'm not sure how many pages that will take. It might take 10 pages.
Okay.
So if we've already gone over the page count that we wanted to do like 46, 48 pages.
Do you plan on launching by the end of the year?
That's what I'm hoping. I want to get this done within the next. I want to get this done as quick as possible. So, but I'm trying to crank out these pages and then.
So by tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow the latest. No, just yeah, right. I wish. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I get this. This is like the beak is getting me because I'm trying to figure out how long his beak. This guy's a little weird. He's got like a more of a flat head than the other aliens. Oh, I see what I'm doing. But this is how, I don't know if you can see it, but I was inspired to do him the way I designed him because they have all these aliens have these beaks, right? But I was inspired to draw him from Danny DeVito's Penguin.
Oh, Penguin, yeah.
The movie.
Yeah.
So I kind of try to go for that look.
Yeah, that was a great design.
Yeah. So that when I draw this, that's what I have him in mind. I'm thinking Danny DeVito's Penguin, and he's like shorter, smaller stature, and stubby. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to go quicker. But you do draw. You said you draw digitally as well.
I draw what?
Digitally. Digital.
Yes, I do. I just.
But you don't have you have like a regular like the tablet. They have to look down, right? Like you said, like you don't have to look down, but.
Yes, I have a regular Wacom tablet that has no screen. Sorry. That has no screen.
That's how it was for me. I had the same setup for years, and just only recently I had this one. And this one's not even my tablet. This is actually Becky's tablet I'm borrowing.
Okay.
But I need to get my own because now I want to get the Huion one. You know.
Yes. Yeah. I've heard about those. I mean,
it's like a quarter of the price.
Right, but they're just as good as the
yeah.
They're what are they called? The
Huion or the Wacom tablets.
Wait, yeah, well, what's the
Cintiq
version called? It's called a
Cintiq.
Cintiq.
Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I heard people say they even like it better, and they have both.
Oh, okay.
Like I watched some guys online talking about it, and
Yeah.
he was comparing them, and he said there's some things I like better about this one actually than the. So I was like, whoa, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, mine's just a traditional drawing tablet, and then I just look on my monitor while I'm drawing, and I just
that's what I did.
Huh?
It takes you learn a new skill doing that one.
Yeah, I mean I've drawn digitally, but mainly for a comic strip I used to draw, and it was fine, but I just much prefer drawing on paper. What I do on the computer a lot is I'll do the layouts for drawings, like quick layouts, or like when I worked on Noster's comic book last year. I did all the layouts on the computer, drawing them, because it was just very fast for me to do it. And then I would print them out and blow them up to 11 by 17, and then lightbox them to do the final pencils and inks.
Oh, okay.
Because when I do the layouts, I tend to make the most changes in the layout stage, so it's much easier for me to do it on a computer without having to physically erase, over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I can get the positioning correct. I can get the sizes correct, on the computer very quickly. Yeah, because I can hit the undo button and just fix things fast. And then once I have the foundation nailed on the computer, then I'll print it out and I'll transfer it to paper, and then there's a lot less erasing at that point for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used a light table. That's actually what I would use a lot is light tables.
Yeah.
And I use that for even this modded book. I actually say probably the first half of the book I used just traditional paper.
Yeah.
But what I started doing towards the end, I thought might make me go quicker is doing digital, is if I did the layouts digitally, and then I printed them out, and I lightboxed them on Bristol and inked them with with the Matt Weldon special, the G2 pens.
Oh yeah.
So I inked them on there.
Oh my gosh. It was so interesting to me seeing how many of you guys, because Matt, if you guys don't know who Matthew Weldon is, he's a phenomenal artist. Phenomenal. Yeah. He draws what's the comic book he draws? It's
Punchline.
And he does work for other comic books as well.
Yeah.
But Matthew Weldon, I call him a mad genius, because he does he does these incredible layouts that I look at them and I'm like, how did he come up with that? But he also draws with a ballpoint pen, and to me that's insane.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what are you doing? But it's funny, he was like, Matt, you should get to try it, man. I'm telling you. And then he kept, selling me on it. And finally he did. I was like, you know what? I'll try it out. So I went to the store, bought some. Yeah. And I started inking them on Drawn and Quarter, just using that just to practice,
Yeah.
And I started liking them. I go, you know what? What if I actually had the audacity to do comic pages inking with these? And he's like, yeah, man, that's what I do. And I'm like, oh, man.
Jeez.
So I tried it out, and I was like, man, I actually love this.
Yeah.
Because it's like, for me, it loosened me up, because
really? Okay.
I was like way too tight. I was using like the Japanese dip pens and tech pens, and I'm like, I don't know, I just felt like I was going too tight, and I wanted to loosen up.
Right.
So man, I started using it, and I told him, I go, dude, but he uses like a bigger size. Matt Weldon does. He uses like what does he use? Like I think he used 7 and then a 1. I think it was 7. I started using a 5, but now I actually use a 0.38. 38. So, but he likes the bigger ones, and what he does with the bigger size, I'm like, I don't know how.
Yeah.
He handles that so well.
Yeah. I say he's a mad genius. I mean, he's someone who I look at his art and I'm just like, I'm trying to get into his head to understand his thought processes on how he's able to do that stuff. And I'm still, that's why I love looking at his art. Half the fun is me trying to figure out, it's like, how did he come up with that? and then trying to get my mind in sort of the same headspace,
Yeah.
hoping that I can do the same thing, but I 90% chance I can't. So,
But you know what? It's good to have other artists like that come around, because then they all of a sudden inspired to really start trying something different.
Right.
And then like you're like, you mad guy, you, what are you doing? And he's like, try this out. You're like, what? And then you're like, do I dare? And then just at least try it. And I'm telling you, man, you're like, you never know. Sometimes you're like, it's not for me. And then other times you're like, whoa, this actually changes things for me.
Yeah.
But Matt's funny, man. He's a good guy.
He's hilarious and very, very funny. I wish he would come on more streams, because I missed sort of hearing his nuttiness.
Yeah. I miss his takes on stuff, man.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Because I see now I'm the resident guy who's like the weird guy now since he's gone.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, Matt's got weird theories. Of course, I keep him quiet on Mike's channel because I don't want to get him stricken. You know.
Yeah, you're very toned down during your drawing streams.
Yeah. No, he's getting it smite.
You only give us 5% of the real Matt.
Yeah.
Instead of the full 100% we get on Facebook.
Yeah. The face to this, because that's only friends. It's only friends. They all know me, so they can be like, you know.
Oh man.
The only thing we get heated on my Facebook now, because I only have mostly people I know, is just comic stuff.
Just She-Hulk.
Yeah, no politics. Politics, usually everybody's on the same page with me.
Oh yeah.
Usually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But, or they eventually will be after a time.
Man.
Just a matter of time.
Once they put on the sunglasses, they will be.
Yeah. Their eyes will be open, and I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, welcome to the party, pal. That's what I feel like when I watch Die Hard. I'm like, that's the guy going backwards, like he gets shot at, and he's losing it. And he's got the dead body on the hood, and he's like, in the police car, and he's like, and he's like, welcome to the party, pal. Like, that's how I feel when I see people just starting to see it. And they're like, what's going on? I'm like, yep, that's what I've been dealing with.
Oh, man.
I'm barefoot and bloody feet running around this building. But there's other John McClanes out there, so
yeah.
But no, yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's like the stuff you're seeing out there going on now. It's just like it's crazy. It's like it's fiction. It's like you couldn't even write this stuff, you know, on your own, and then you're seeing it happen. You're like, what?
Yeah.
There's one guy I know. When he talks about this stuff, he uses code. Like he uses like words that won't get him stricken. You know, like
okay, yes.
He'll say ZNN instead of the other. You know,
right.
And he'll just say he just changes up words, and I'm like, oh, it's so funny. I just try to veer from it, except with friends, because I'm like, you know, everybody's got, you know, they might eventually end up on the same page, but maybe right now they're not, so I don't want to alienate people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And even if they never are on the same page, I still care about them.
Yeah.
But they might hate my guts, so I try to keep it easy for them. Right.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I've seen so many comic book artists, like I follow on Twitter. It's like, oh, I love their art, and then like half their posts are like really like angry political things. I'm just like,
man, I get into like,
why can't you just draw pretty?
Yeah.
It's like, I just want to see your drawings. I don't want to hear about how much you hate me.
Yeah. I know. That's why I've from that experience. I think you know what. That's why I try to stay away from the politics, because I don't want people to feel that way.
Right.
Even though I don't hate on people, like if they think different than me, because most people do. So I'm like used to it. I'm not shocked that someone has a different point of view. So I'm like, yeah. Right. I'm shocked when they think the same. I'm like, well, really? You think the same thing? Cool.
Yeah. But
I'm used to that difference, and my family is different, and so I deal with that. But we just trying to talk about politics at all.
Yeah.
That's just the easiest way. If we all care about each other.
Yeah.
And we all know it. So we might disagree, but we're like, whatever. But I know some families, they even if they don't talk about it, they just underlining like resentment towards each other. And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I don't want to be that way at all, man.
Right.
And I'm not that way because, like I said, I don't know. I just realized, hey, people think differently.
Yeah. Life's too short.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, what do we got? I'm gonna read some comments. I'm gonna save too.
I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, Mikey couldn't make it. He was having some problems with his computer, I think, and it was updating. That's what it was. But he'll be here next week, so we have two costs and bros to contend with. Let's see. Let me catch up. Doc Savage from the 70s. Juan Soto says the problem was that there was no real struggle for the characters. Maybe that was the reason it did poorly. Yeah, it's funny as a writer, sometimes you don't want to write your characters going through garbage because you don't want to put them through anything harsh because you actually care about them. But you realize they have to go through something for the other readers to have something to relate to, or to try to aspire to, or or move the story forward in the character's growth. But yeah, I guess in a comic book too, you always want the good guy to win, especially the older comics, right? I'm joking, but there are some dark comics from the older ones, man. I was reading some, I'm like, whoa. You're not opposed to the name Black Panther than I am the phrase ATM machine. That's funny. Amy. Yeah. Grant Cosby. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's everybody, has their own. I think everybody has their own, well, not everybody. I think a lot of people kind of adhere to whatever the narrative is, right? And a lot of times they do it because they just think, well, that's what everybody thinks, so why wouldn't I think differently? And there's some people who are maybe rebellious by nature, so they go against the common consensus just to begin with, right? But then they start seeing things, and there's some people who aren't really invested into what's going on, so they don't really pay attention because they're so busy with their life. They're busy with kids, family, work, etc., hobbies. But then they hear bits and pieces when they pop up and look around once in a while, so then they just go with whatever the common consensus is, because why not? And then that's where I get into conflict with some people, but not on my own accord. I try to stay away from that stuff. I mean, I used to go right in on it, and sometimes I would on social media, but I kind of got sick of it. It just wears on you, And there's so much more we can talk about that we do agree on, but I also want to focus on things that I believe in and try to push, on my own stories and everything else. Well, so this is your brain, Matt. I think the same way you do. Bone Appa drink. Oh, see you later, Christina. Have a good one. Work hard. I'd like to see some of the comics you're editing. If you post them up on your Twitter or something, I have to check that out. Because editors are needed, that's for sure. And I definitely need editors. Let's see here. Yeah, Mike will be here next. Oh, by the way, that's Jiminy's art too, for anybody who might have not seen or came in late. So that's who's talking right now. Great stuff. Check him out on, I think this is Instagram he's on. Illustration by Design. I don't know if I have that link up in my I know it was Twitter, but you might have to just look them up. Yeah, what is that, Grant Crosby? Appa Appa? Kenichi reference. See you, Grant. Hey, look who popped in. It's Becky's 80s. Hey, Becky. Thanks for stopping by, Grant. Let's see. I just gotta ink his hand. I think I might just leave I was gonna just leave this as a rough. I think I might just leave it as finished. The book. It looks real rough, but it kind of looks funny to me. So I think I'm gonna leave it as is. Wait, what's going on? Did I lock the name? Oh, that's what's going on. I was drawing, nothing's coming out because I have it set on transparent ink, which is another thing I just found out by accident. With Clip Studio, you have transparent ink, meaning that you can act as an eraser. So if you like the brush tip you're using or the pen tip, you can actually select no ink or no color, and it'll act like an eraser with the same like texture and effect. So it's pretty cool.
You still on?
I'm still here.
Oh yay! I didn't miss the show.
Nope, still going. Christina had to leave.
Oh no, Christina! No, come back.
But Becky's here.
Oh yay, Becky! I don't hear her.
So when do we get to see more of your art, Becky? I don't know. Did I show that one piece we were working on with Becky and I? We did a collab.
Oh really?
Yeah, we did it for somebody's wedding as a wedding gift. Let me see. Let me try
what art does Becky do?
She does manga chibi style.
Oh, cool.
So let me see.
Awesome.
Let me try to find it. Let's see. Where would it be?
Wedding gift? Louis K. Wedding gift?
Oh, there it is. It's opening right now. It's taking a little while. I don't know why. There we go.
Cool. That's great.
So Becky did the lines. I did the colors.
Okay.
So see, you got the name down there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is for their wedding, and they wanted some. We just wanted to do something fun for them, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun working on it. It's funny. I like working with Becky and stuff because she does stuff differently than I would. So
Yeah.
I want to practice start doing more chibi stuff myself because especially if I'm drawing caricatures of myself or I want to do like a little diary comic, which I wanted to start doing. I kind of want to play around with those type of things. So
Yeah.
But no, yeah, she's been doing this and been doing some other stuff. Like she's working on some T-shirt designs right now.
Very cool. Nice.
So yeah, Becky, I shared your art there. Oh yeah, Melissa says she follows Becky on Instagram.
Okay.
Hey, Alpha Proto. How's it going, Alpha? She's working on a Harley Quinn piece right now for commission.
Very nice.
Let's see here. So I think I'm done with this panel too. Pretty much. Well, I got to do effects or whatever. Add some background in. You got to add background. You know what I mean? Not that I like doing it all the time, but here we go. Okay, so I got 2 panels done so far. Well, at least the main character is drawn out.
Yeah.
Like this one right here cracks me up. I don't know why. It reminds me of something for some reason, like some type of King of the Hill like character or something.
Mm-hmm.
This guy. I don't know that look on his face where he just looks like.
Yeah.
He's a yes man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what should we do. So yeah, so what are you working on these days?
Not much. Just kind of slow right now. So, I'm trying to find more freelance assignments in advertising and magazines and everything.
Cool. Yeah, man. Just what's that? Remember that? You know that artist, Dan Lawless?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched him on some of Aaron Lopresti's streams.
Okay, yeah, he was having some trouble getting some work too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he started doing like mock covers, like not mock, just like making his own cover art for different comics, and like sharing them out there, and it actually got him work.
Oh, cool.
Which if you don't know who he is, man, he's like really great artist, man. He does awesome stuff, dude. He was doing stuff for Dark Horse in the 90s, I know, and of course other stuff, but I think did he work for Marvel, DC, or something like that?
I think he did, yes.
Yeah, and man, I remember I've actually picked up a Dark Horse comic in the dollar bin that I found with his name on it, because I'm friends with him on Facebook, so I knew his name, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's Dan. And then I'm like, man, you know, so but his stuff, he was doing these Conan the Barbarian paintings.
Oh, wow.
And he's doing digital too, you know, right?
Yeah.
But he does it like traditional style, like he was doing airbrush type colors over top of it, and he did it in a way where it was like painted. It was cool.
Yeah, his colors are amazing. He like you said, he does very almost like Frazetta-esque colors, or maybe like Boris Viejo.
Boris,
that classic, you know, painted
real soft
paperback
airbrush. Yeah, dude, his stuff, man. I was like, he did a cover. He reads like some type of bike magazine, and so he did like a cover of it and showed it to them, and they actually paid him to use it for a cover.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, man. I'm like, that's the go-getter attitude. I go, man. So yeah, that's what I started taking that consideration, because I mean, man, now I'm working on stuff, but there was a time where like I was really like couldn't find anything, and I was like sending stuff out like crazy.
Yeah.
And then I think there's times like that for artists all the time.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be lean times.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time. That's the thing, is I think I tell people if they want to get in comics, I'm almost like those older school guys where they just go, don't do it, you know. But I'm like, if you're the person who has a passion and you're willing to just like tough it and grind and even go through emotional, because there's a lot of emotional ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like if you can do that, then yeah, you can be a comic artist.
You
know, you got to just know how to deal with it. It's a lot of emotional stuff. Yeah.
A lot of rejection.
Yeah, exactly. You got to develop thick skin, I think, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's really, man. I mean, I think there's one guy who was like, he started off like around the time I did, but he did small stuff, press stuff, but he just quit comics and he was crazy good, man. He was like one of the best I've seen, and he just gave up because he got criticized by someone, and he just was like, he just got married and just hanging up, and I'm like, man, you're so good, man. I'm like, he's better than me, better than all these other guys. But I know for me, man, I would get criticized like crazy, and I just was, you know what, that's just part of getting better. You know, I'm gonna take that, and I wouldn't listen to people who are super negative. I would just be like, okay, whatever, that's your opinion. That's like, you know, your opinion, man. You know, is it the dude?
Yeah.
That's well, like, you know, that's like your opinion. And so like I kind of like didn't take it too serious.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, whatever. But if I could tell they were trying to really give me criticism to help me, I would soak it in and be like, okay, you know. And at first, I won't lie, I felt like sometimes I feel like a little discouraged because I'm like, man, I tried hard. And then I thought, you know what? And then I started listening to the words, you know, in my head, rolling them over. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get better and work on this. And I think that's what helps. Is you got to have that ability to take some emotional punishment. I mean, besides being, you got to work to be good, but you got to take, you know how to handle it emotionally, man. Yeah. There's some jerks who will walk all over you.
Yeah. It's a
right?
rough
You know what I'm talking about. Huh?
It's a rough business.
Yeah. I mean, just sit through one of Mike Miller's criticisms.
No, that's okay.
He cracks me up, Matt. He's like, you got to give it to him straight, Matt. And I'm like, I try to be constructive. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Mike's good, but he's
good.
Blunt. Because that's his personality, man. He said his mom's the same way, right? I mean, she's
brutal.
She's brutal. But I go, your mom's so. I met his mom, and I go, man, she's so sweet, and nice. He goes, no, she's not.
Oh,
like,
no.
well, she was to me.
Yeah.
Like, you should have heard her behind your back. And I'm like, what? No, his mom was a little Japanese lady, and she's really. I enjoyed talking to her, man. I had a good time.
Speaking of criticisms, Comics Legend has one. He says, Matt, if you don't mind a small critique, there's a tangent on the bird's beak and the edge of the book that could be resolved.
Oh yeah, I see that right there. Yeah, it's funny when I did that, I could just hear Mike's voice going, tangent. You know, tangent. Yeah. And then part of my rebellious nature is like, I want to leave it that way.
Yeah, I know.
That's mess with people's heads.
Frustrate everyone who notices it.
It'll be like, oh, that gets me. You know, I'm like, that's why it's there. But then I'm like,
just barely touching. Yes, exactly.
Look at it. See, watch. That's why when you were digital, baby. Oops, wait. I don't want to do that. I want to move this rotate point, and then I'll do this.
Matt, no.
Look at. Oh man, look at. Oh, it's
Don't
working.
Give in. No.
It's working.
Leave the tangent.
Look at, see? Looks like I didn't have to do anything. It just tilted it. I know some of the OCD people will be like, thank God. I mean, I wasn't going to say anything, but look at, that's all. Look, it didn't take much.
I would have left it.
See that? You can't even tell there was ever a tangent.
See, my personality is that if someone said that to me, I'd make every panel have a tangent in it.
Yeah, I'll make it. No, I'll make it so it's special. So it's only like one panel for each page. You have to find it.
Yeah.
So that'll be the next stream. I'll be like, "Can you find the tangent?" Mm-hmm. And they're like, "It's like it makes people stare at your art." Like, That's the way to get people to look at your art, right? With the tangent finders, let's see if you can find it on this page. You get a prize. Anyone can find it. What's funny is like I never like struggle with tangents too much, but you know, every once in a while you'll find something on your artist page. I mean, because you're so focused on your stuff. But now, because of like Mike and the always pointing out those things, and during Drawn and Cornered, I'd always be like, he's not going to point out on me, man. I'm making sure everything is like going to be just out of that way. And then Mike would be like, I think I see something. I go, no, you don't. You don't see nothing. Dude, that was his tactic, man. That was part of the Rough House. Was it the Marcus of Queensberry rules for drawing a card? Where you like any little type of thing that kind of may help you lose a vote. You just throw it in there. Like, I think that's a little bit of color in that page.
Yeah.
Not paper. I'm like, no, there isn't. It's nothing there, man.
Mike.
Did I make Did I make? Wait. Oh, Comics Legend. Man, if you don't mind a small critique, that's the one who made the comment. I was looking for the comment.
Yeah.
So I hope it made you happy there, Comics Legend. Got that little tangent on it. It looks great. He said, my teacher was a tangent monster.
Huh.
We're not talking about Mike, right? Still. Maybe Mike was a pupil of the same teacher.
Yeah. Probably Mike's mom.
Yeah, Mike's mom was the teacher. Tangent master. She was brutal. Oh, Amy says, most of the paintings I've been doing lately are for art shows. I don't have a place to post them. What? Can't you take some photos and put them on, well, I know you're on Discord, but is Amy on Instagram?
I don't know.
You should get an Instagram, Amy.
I do not know. I can look her up.
Alpha Pro said Mike Miller does not even want to do critiques. He's just, look at this art book. Don't ask me anything until you read this art book. I don't want to read. He's like, read an art book that he doesn't want to read.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
There are a lot of Amy Lesters on Instagram, so she could be any one of them. Or not.
Are they imposters, Amy?
They could be. I see Amy the Fabulous. That could be her.
Yeah, that's her, right? That's definitely Amy.
Okay. No,
I'm just joking. I don't know if it's her.
I see Amy Lester Real Estate Group.
Hey, there she is, a real estate mogul.
World's Best Dog Mommy. Is that her? I don't know.
I don't know. Is Amy a cat person or a dog person? I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm drawing the highlights. I'm still used to doing it the old school way,
Yeah.
Drawing. I could just paint bucket this whole head, and then just. Well, of course I got to close the gap here. I don't want to run into problems.
Alpha Pro says uploading to Instagram is difficult. It is. It's a pain in the butt. I don't understand why they make posting on Instagram such a headache. I'm used to uploading everything from my computer. Oh,
that's why. Yeah, computers. Dude, it's not made for the computer. It's made for the phone.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't understand why they would make something as big as Instagram not only. I mean, you can do it on your computer, but you have to go through a lot of hoops in order to get it done.
Yeah.
I don't know why they make it so difficult for you to take an image on your computer and upload it onto Instagram.
Yeah, I know. It's like there's someone showed me on YouTube. There's like a hack, they call it, not a hack, but like a trick to actually make it easier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I employed it once, but now I went on recently with my computer, and I think they might have changed it because it seemed easier now.
I don't know. I mean,
have you been doing it?
I've been doing it through my phone probably for the last year.
Yeah, try it on your computer now, man, because I've done the last few I uploaded from my computer, and it worked pretty good.
I'll try it right now. See if you're lying.
Uh-oh. Trying to call me out.
Let's see if Matt's telling a fib.
It's true.
Let me see. How do you? Where would you go? I'm on my site. How do you upload? Here it is. Post. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess they did make it easier.
You get a button now.
Yeah, they have a button now. Before they didn't have a button.
Yeah, it was totally hard. Yeah, now they made it. I think people complained enough because I upload my time lapse videos from Clip Studio on there.
Great.
Yeah, Alpha Proto, man. Go try it on the computer. It should work on the new browsers. Well, let's see. How am I on this page? I have to do the giant panel, and then finish that up. Do some background on a couple of things, or background textures at least. But I'm close. I'll finish this one up, and then I'll finish another. I got a second page. Let me show you what that looks like. It's the roughs. Oops. Let's see. Modded. Tungsten is NERF Modder, who's financing the book, co-creator of the book.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be happy. Hopefully he'll be happy seeing me do another page here. Actually, I got 2 pages I'll show. Here we go. Okay, there we go. This is the layout for my next page.
Okay.
But yeah, I used to do like I said, the layouts here. But yes, look, I divided. This is like you can click on each panel is almost like its separate layer file.
Right. Yeah.
And you open it up, so like it highlights it. So whatever one I'm working on, boom.
Cool.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah, that's neat.
And then the thing I haven't figured out yet, but I work around it my own way, is when I want to do like a character that overlaps the panels. I just overlaps all of the panels, because you know how you can't go outside of the panel when you're on it.
Right.
Well, I just create a layer on top of everything, just like Photoshop, and just draw on top of that. So there's got to be a way to do it though without doing that, maybe, but I just haven't figured it out or learned yet.
Have you looked on YouTube?
No, I'll probably end up looking after I'm done with the video here. So this is the page 43.
And if YouTube doesn't tell you how to do it, you should make a YouTube video telling people how to do it.
Yeah, once I figure it out, I'll be like, or maybe I can show my like cheat way.
Yeah.
And maybe that helps people. I don't know.
Yeah. And then you get more followers and subscribers.
Yeah, I got to figure out I got to get some editing software. I don't have any video editing stuff.
What type of computer do you have?
PC.
Yeah, PC. There should be some free software on your PC.
There's one, but it has watermark on it or something like that. Or
has a watermark on it, really?
Yeah, you know what I mean. They put watermark in something else, like
okay.
Kind of like when you use StreamYard.
I have iMovie, and that comes free with the Mac.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's pretty basic, but
that's all I need.
Huh?
That's all I need. The basic, you know.
Yeah, but there's no watermark on your files.
Yeah, see, that's the only one I know is iMovie. I remember. Do they have that for PC now or no?
I don't know.
Oh no. It's something I didn't want to do. See, I did something where I didn't want to do it, and I don't know how to do it. There we go. Okay, I did it. I don't know what that means. Or here, I click this. It says show in all layers, and it says don't show in all layers. Oh, I see. This is what keeps it from going into other panels.
Right.
Maybe I just figured it out. Let's see. Wait. No. Still doesn't do it. Huh. Weird. Wait. No. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Still gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. Here, let's see. We have. I'll open up this one onto here. I'll close this. Okay, so this is page 42.
Yeah.
And page 43 is the following page. And then this is my layout for page 44. So I'm going to finish up page 43 and 44 today.
Cool.
But see, it's already 2:26 where I am. So I'll probably end the stream right now, but I'll try to do another random stream once I'm working on this stuff.
Do more random streams, man.
Yeah, I think I'll try. So, but yeah, thanks for stopping and hanging out with me.
Sure, my pleasure. Everybody make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications of future videos. Make sure the bell's set for all notifications, so when Matt does do his random stream, which he will do this week sometime, randomly, you'll be notified.
Yeah. I'll jump on. I'll do a sketch or something.
Yeah.
And I'll try to do some edited videos too.
Yeah. Well, I'll be waiting, Matt.
Cool. Thanks.
If you don't do it, we'll be coming back next Monday to chew you out.
Yeah, and make sure to check out Illustration by Design is yours, right? Where you do your streaming. Yeah, check out yours. Jason, you gotta check out his stuff, man. I'm telling you. He does live streams. Sometimes I'll haunt his chat feed.
Yeah.
But yeah, just stop by and subscribe to his stuff too if you haven't already.
Yeah.
You can watch artists draw, man. I love watching artists draw, so it's always a good time.
Yeah. But I got a new subscriber. Thanks, Roscoe.
Cool.
Roscoe.
All right. Thanks, Roscoe.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So you guys have a good one. Let's see. I want to say goodbye to everybody. You got Juan Soto, who showed up first, and Grant Crosby had to leave. But we also have. Wait, it's not scrolling down for me. What's going on here? Okay. There, now it's moving. Now we got Juan Soto, Grant, Christina, who had to leave, Mighty Geek Studios, and of course Jeff Potts, who stopped in for a little bit, and Gary Shipman, and then Miss Melissa Lester and Amy Lester, and Roscoe P. Coltrane, and of course Andy Hayes, which I think he had to maybe bow out too. Alpha Proto, the Ryan Cardinal. Man, a lot of people I've seen in a little while. And I think, am I missing somebody? I think I'm missing somebody. Juan Soto. Did I get Juan Soto already? Yeah, he's in the beginning. He's the first one here. Becky.
Don't forget her.
Yeah, can't forget Becky. Oh, and Comics Legend. So thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hanging out while I'm working on the comic. Like I said, this is the towards the ending scene, which is coming up, is building up towards. And so I'm going to get these pages done today, and I'll probably start another live stream, random stream during this week sometime. So yeah, check it out, guys. Thanks for again, Jiminy, or I can say your real name, right?
Sure.
Yeah, Jason. Thanks for stopping by, and we have to do it again, man. It's good talking with you.
Yeah, definitely. And if I do a stream, I'll drop a line to you. If you can come in, that'd be cool. Yeah,
you should drop by again for Mike Miller's stream, which is on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and Blacklist Universe. Yeah, you're there. You think you were there last week, weren't you?
I was there last week. It depends on Mike's mood, whether he wants to put up with me or not. So.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's good having you on, though.
Yeah.
So
it was fun.
So we'll see you guys again later, and you have a good one.
Yeah. Everybody take care. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Drink
see
your milk.
You guys.
Call your mothers. Eat your vegetables.
Yeah. Eat your vegetables. See your parents. Eat vitamins. Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.